Hello, Capricorn. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I sure do hope that you're doing well today, Cappy. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of October 26, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Capricorn in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, it's okay. It just means it's someone else's message. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and don't forget to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Okay, tapping into the Capricorn collective now for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week for Capricorn for the week of October 26, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the Hanged Man. What situation, environment, or connection in your life do you need to look at from a different perspective? At the bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Pentacles. What situation in your life has value to you? Okay. So I almost feel I've tapped into a group of you where you're putting value or stock into something or someone or a situation that maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe you need to see it from a different perspective. All right. By the way, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week, okay? I already issued those readings yesterday. This is primarily a tarot card of the week reading, and the reason why I do this reading weekly, it's typically some type of question that the universe wants us to focus on the week ahead and to ponder and contemplate and do some introspection about so we can come to the decision or determination or the choice, whatever it is here that's plaguing us in our lives, so we can finally come to that answer within us, and therefore we can proceed forward. And it's just to kind of help us get unstuck. Because very often we can become stuck or stagnant in a particular aspect of our life. And so the Tarot Card of the Week reading is just to enable you to think about whatever this is for you so you can then move forward from it. So you can basically come to your own conclusion, okay? So tapping into the Capricorn collective now for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Hanged Man their Tarot Card of the Week? What situation, environment, or connection in your life do you need to look at from a different perspective? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the situation, environment, or connection that plagues you mentally, that you're always worried about or stressed about. Nine of Wands, oof, my Lord. The Magician, the Two of Cups, the Hermit, okay? We're going to clarify some of this, but you have a connection here in your life, and I don't know who it is to you, professional, platonic, or romantic. I feel like you are continually manifesting the best for this person and the best for your connection with this person. I think you go within. I think you meditate. I think you pray for this person. I think you want what's best for them. And I think you also want what's best for them in relation to you and the connection that you have with them. There's a lot of love here for this person, or esteem or respect. But this connection leaves you subconsciously concerned or troubled or worried. Some of you may have difficulty sleeping at night because of it. You feel wounded. You feel battered by the connection you have with this person. And at times you might even find yourself defensive because of the way they treat you or don't treat you. I think I'm not saying that this person or this connection doesn't have value. I just think that you're investing more in them than you should. Maybe investing more emotional energy than you should, or more mental energy than you should. Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay. I feel like you and this person aren't always on the same page. What is this? What is it about this connection? Let's clarify the Two of Cups. First, tell me about the Two of Cups. Who is this person, Capricorn? Who is this person to you? Ten of Swords. Someone who at some point lied to you one time, multiple times, betrayed you one time, multiple times, maybe cheated on you one time, multiple times. It's definitely a betrayal here. Or you felt betrayed by something they did. Might even be a pattern of betrayal for some of you. And you know, after that first couple of swords, you kind of always saw it coming. It's like it was just in this person's nature to do this to you, to omit something, to lie, to keep a secret. And yet you manifest the best for them and you manifest healing in the connection. If that's not your message, check another placement. Two of Cups. Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords, King of Swords. Could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And the Empress. Oh. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Stop doing that. Stop putting this person on a pedestal. I'm not telling you you have to excommunicate them out of your life or never forgive or forget. I don't always see the Ten of Swords as having to be the ending of a connection. It's a painful event, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be an ending. It depends on whether or not the individuals involved can recognize it, can learn from it, can ask for forgiveness, can make good on it, can change their behavior. Sometimes the Ten of Swords becomes a teachable moment for the offender and the offended. So I'm not telling you have to excommunicate this person from your life, but you continually put them on a pedestal. And even if this is just words, like they're aggressive towards you, or they're mean, or they're cold, or they're not affectionate. King of Swords to Ten of Swords is not someone who's very emotionally affectionate. And it's like every time you wait for the I love you, you don't get it. And again, I don't know who this person could be. The boss. You continually wait for them to give you the pat on the back or the raise or the promotion. They don't. So I don't know who this person is to you, but they can be quite cold or quite cutting. And for some of you, yeah, it's been acts of betrayal. But look what you do to them. They're the emperor or empress in your eyes. You keep them on a pedestal. You place a lot more value on this person than they deserve. And I think that's what you need to see from a different perspective, whether you keep them in your life or not. I kind of feel like this person needs to come down a peg or two, like brought back to reality. Because how can you continually do Ten of Swords to someone and continue to return and do that, right? Because it can be cyclical, Ten of Swords. And yet the person you're doing it to keeps you on a pedestal. That's the problem. That's almost like subliminally telling this person it's okay to treat you that way. It is not okay. This could be a sibling. I don't know who it is to you, but it is not okay. It is not okay. And let's say it is a sibling, okay? They shit talk you, they backstab you, they gossip about you, they don't call you on your birthday, you know, they're rude, you ask for financial help, you know they have it, they don't give it to you, they look down on you. But before they come over, you make sure the house is clean, the fridge is stocked with their favorite snacks, their favorite beverage, you've got the room temperature just right, you got their favorite chair fixed up. Stop it. Stop it. Not telling you not to allow your sibling into your home, but stop preparing the place like it's a castle waiting for the king or queen's arrival. Remember who this person is. I think that's what the message is trying to tell you. Just look at it from a different perspective. Again, you can keep someone in your life, just change the way you view them. And when you change the way you view them, and you're more authentic with that view of them, then you will change the pedestal that they're on. I don't think this person needs to be on a pedestal. Whew. Okay. I feel like you nurture this person, like in the Queen of Cups, the little kids on the lap. This person could be older than you, for all I know, but you have a very nurturing quality, and that is what the Queen and King of Pentacles are, right? And that's the head of your suit in tarot, King and Queen of Pentacles, and they're very nurturing and they're extremely loyal, but sometimes to their detriment. And this may just be to your detriment. And again, I don't think keeping the person in your life is necessarily a problem. I'm not going to make that call. That's your judgment to make, but continuing to put them on a pedestal is something that source wants you to look at from a different perspective this week. Tell me more about Capricorn's energy here when it comes to this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your energy when it comes to this person. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is half of the 10 of Swords. So regardless of the backstabbing, the lies, the omissions, the cheating, the poor behavior, the arguments, the cutting words, the confusion, you feel, because I have been in this connection for X amount of time, or I've known this person for maybe my whole life, right? 7 of Pentacles could be anything. And even though I have confusion, 7 of Cups, about what this person's intentions are or how they really feel about me or whether they actually think I'm a good employee or a good partner or whatever, I still want the 4 of Wands. I still want victory and success with them. There's a nurturing quality within yourself, Queen of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine, that I kind of think with this person you need to break. Again, preparing the house for them, making sure you have the food that they like available when they come over, you know, going out to dinner, could be a friend and you always want to pick up the bill. And it's like, stop it. Stop always picking up the bill. Stop having their favorite food in the fridge. Stop. When they act like an emperor or empress, then they can be treated like an emperor and empress. As long as they continue to show up as a king or queen of swords to the 10 of swords, they do not deserve you to pick up the bill. They do not deserve fresh sheets on their bed. I'm sorry, I'm saying to be like that. They do not deserve their favorite beverage in the fridge. No, they do not. They do not deserve the most expensive bottle of wine at the dinner table. No. For some of you, it could be your child. And you're like always paying their bills and they treat you like shit. They slam the door, you know, they're very cold towards you. And yet you're like, well, it's my son. Stop that. Stop. They got to grow up at some point. Now, if this is a 5-year-old, I'm not telling you to do that. But if it's a 25-year-old, it's time you do that. Cappy, got someone here taking a little bit of advantage of your good nature, my love. And not only taking advantage of your good nature, taking advantage of your instinctual trait to nurture and to love and to be loved. And, you know, the devil card is Saturn in Capricorn. And the devil card could talk about obsession. And I think part of you is obsessed with loving this person and seeing the best in them and forgiving them and wanting them to be happy. And I think for some of you, you think the more you give to this person, the easier you make their life, or the more you capitulate or you compromise, that they're going to meet you where you're at. They're not going to meet you where you're at because they're under the false impression that they're already above you, and they're under that impression because of how you continue to treat them. Is this person aware of what they do to Capricorn? I don't think they are. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Are they aware of what they do to you? 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, blindfolded, 2 of Pentacles. No idea. No idea. They're stubborn. They don't want to see it. They think they're balanced. They think they come across as balanced. They think there's an equal give and take. They do not see where their words or their actions hurt you. They don't see it. And it's a stubborn energy. Look, even in the 4 Pentacles, the person's eyes are closed. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. They can't see it. They don't know how to see it. 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Temperance. It's almost like they don't want to do the work. It's like they're internally conflicted. And they always have a reason or excuse for why they talk to you this way, or they treat you this way, or they come in and out of your life this way. There's always a reason. They had a bad day at work. They have a problem with another person. But that's no reason to continually treat someone like this. They're treating you like you. Okay, so this is giving me the feeling of like the Titanic, and they're treating you like you're in the lower class, and you're treating them like they're in the upper class. And I feel like it's reverse. I feel like it's totally reverse. But I don't think you see yourself that way. And if you don't see yourself that way, they're not going to see you that way either. What would an empress do? What would an emperor do? That's what you need to do. Not what a king or queen of cups would do. What would an emperor or empress do if someone continually came into their space or their life or their wallet or their workplace and treated them like this? What would an emperor or empress do? Don't say beheading. We're not in the 15th century. But they would call them out on it. They wouldn't continue to pour over them. The emperor doesn't go out of their way to make the jester feel comfortable. Are you serious? No. No. Let's get you some advice here, Cappy. I think you have a hard time with this person because you love them or their family or something like that. Or maybe you're married to them. Your advice. 2 of Swords, which is the moon in Libra. We just had a new moon in Libra on October 21st. 21st. Page of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. Look, you have a choice here. You can continue doing this with this person, but I don't think anything will change here. But you can learn to give very little. Notice in the Page of Cups, she just has a tiny little teapot on top of her head. I feel here like you need to see that your best course of action moving forward is to give little to this person. Again, I'm not telling you not to fill their cup, not to love them, not to be kind. But there's something here about giving them a little bit. There's also something here about treating them like a page. Sometimes you have to meet people where they're at. And sometimes you have to treat people where they're at. So 1, conserve your love or conserve your resources and give them a little at a time. Like there's only 1 drop at a time falling out of this teapot. It's not your full responsibility to make sure their cup is always full, especially when it's at your expense. In this deck, the Queen of Cups, her cup is empty. So a little at a time. There's also something here about teaching this person like they're a page. This is like knocking them down a few pegs. What happens if Capricorn does this? And again, you don't have to be rude about it. Just practice some good boundaries. What happens if Capricorn does this? One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. A rude awakening for this person. A rude awakening. This person might actually even threaten to leave your life, move out of the house. And if that's their reaction, because you are not endlessly keeping them up on a pedestal when they don't deserve to be there, then let them go. But it's a rude awakening. Oh, it's a shock. It's a shock for this person. Notice we have page energy here for them. The King of Swords isn't such a King of Swords or a Queen of Swords. They're actually a page. They're a Page of Swords. So this very well could be an emotional outburst. Playing the role of the victim. It's like the equivalent of a 50-year-old having a 4-year-old temper tantrum in the middle of Walmart. Let them. Let them. What happens afterwards? Looks like a little temper tantrum. The playing a victim. Accusations that you no longer love them. You no longer care about them. You're no longer investing in them. Very pouty. Very pouty. And then what happens? 10 of Wands. The Hierophant. And the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, Tower. Look who decides to grow up. Someone then starts putting in the hard work to grow up. And I don't think that would have been possible had you not done this. I think this is what you need to do. And again, doesn't have to be angry. But the next time they come over, the fridge is not stocked with their favorite food. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to go food shopping. Oh. Next time they come over, same thing happens. I have this. I have peaches. Oh, but I wanted apples. You know, you always have apples. Well, I didn't get to go food shopping this week. I don't have apples, but I have peaches. And yeah, you might start getting some complaints from them, like, what is happening? Well, I'm sorry, I don't feel like running to the store at 7 a.m. in the morning because you gave me no warning and you're coming over and I'm just supposed to have my whole house ready for you. I'm sorry. But it does teach this person to grow up. This is a lesson for this person. You are a teacher for them. So teach them. And again, you don't have to do it aggressive. Oh, I'm sorry is a perfect way to start off to, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get to go food shopping. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You need me to work on Saturday again so you can go to the concert with your boyfriend? Like, this could be a coworker. No, I'm sorry, you can't do that. I have plans. Oh, I can't believe it. The last 2 Saturdays I asked you to work and you can't work. And what kind of friend are you? I'm so sorry. I just can't work Saturdays anymore. If you can't work Saturdays, then you're going to need to talk to the supervisor or the boss. But I just can't keep making it up for you. You'll have to change your shift or your hours. It will force this person to grow up. And the Hierophant card tells me it's a spiritual lesson for them. It's like they're going to have to learn how to clean up after themselves. And the 8 of Pentacles are going to have to get to work. It's a card of self-mastery. It's a little bit of growing pains for them, but it's important. I think this person's lesson to you is for you to stop putting people on pedestals that don't deserve to be on a pedestal or on a throne. And your lesson to them is they need to learn how to pick up behind themselves. And they need to mature. And they need to put in the effort and the work. And they can't pout about it when they don't get their way. Okay, that's what I have for you for the week ahead. If you choose to do that, just see this person in that hangman energy for who and what they truly are and start having some healthy boundaries. But again, you don't have to isolate them, but give them just enough and reserve the rest for yourself. Stop putting them on a throne. Kick them off of the throne. Put yourself in the throne. You deserve to be in the throne. That is what I have for you, Capricorn, for the week of October 26, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.